In today's video, we're going to be going over my best budget team, starter teams, cheap midfielders to make it into your FIFA 22 starter teams at the beginning of the game. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. And let me know in the comments what players you're going to be using in your starter teams. So starting off, we're going to go with an Atletico Madrid midfielder, and that is Matias Cunha, the Brazilian, 79 rated this year. He looks like he could be a really decent starter team kind of guy. 85 pace, 78 shooting, 74 passing, and 84 dribbling. Really decent stats, and I'm really actually a big fan of him because again, those Brazilian links are going to be huge, especially with the heavy Liga No starter team vibe that I feel like is going to be at the start of FIFA 22. He could be a good one, kind of linking, you know, those top leagues to that Portuguese league. As far as a price prediction goes, I'm gonna say probably around between the 5-10k range. 79 rated. You might go under the radar, and I feel like there's not a lot of La Liga starter team guys anyways. Next up, and coming off a downgrade year for him and getting moved over to left mid, is Rebic. 82 rated this year with 86 pace, 83 shooting, 75 passing, 81 dribbling, and then of course 80 physicality. Actually a really decent card, and I'm a fan of this card because I think 86 pace is plenty on the left mid side. Now the problem with his card, and I think he's actually going to be a little bit cheaper, is those Serie A links. I really don't like Serie A this year. I feel like there's not as many starter teams that are going to be built around them. And of course, you know, the Croatian links don't help him either. So I think he's going to be sat around 5k at the start of the game for like the first week. And the reason is just those links are not going to be good enough. But as far as like playing wise, he looks like he can be an absolute gem for the first few weeks of this game. I'm a big fan of this card. Next up, we have Jack Harrison, the first of a few Leeds guys that are actually going to end up being in this video. And he's actually coming in as a non-rare gold at 78 rated, a left mid. With 83 pace, 71 shooting, 72 passing, and then 79 dribbling, and then 68 physicality. I actually really like his card. I think he is going to be he's going to be the best value because he is a non-rare gold. He's going to get packed a lot. And what's going to end up happening is a lot of supply is going to come in the market, and his price is going to be coming down a bunch. I think he's going to sit around 2 or 3k. And of course, he does provide great links because he's Leeds and English. So I really like Jack Harrison. Next up, we have the brand new Chelsea signing. 82 rated this year with 71 pace, 78 shooting, 78 passing, 79 dribbling, 78 defending, and then 79 physical. A really, really sick card, actually. Not a single stat over 80, but not a single stat below 70. So he's like the mini Hullet gang, I guess. But his card looks really, really sick, guys. I think he's going to be a card that's not priced too high because he doesn't have a stat over 80. So I want to say between around the 5-ish 10k range, just because you know, he does have the Chelsea and Spanish links, but he also doesn't have an insane stat on his card. So I do think he's going to be one that gets into quite a few starter teams, and obviously pace being the lower one is a little more unattractive to a lot of people. So I think, you know, you can slide him in for a cheaper bit of coins. Next up on the list, Thorgan Hazard. He actually has a pretty decent card, 82 rated this year with 80 pace, 85 dribbling, 76 shooting, and 80 passing. Now he's not very fast. The 80 pace is not great, and I feel like this year the Bundesliga doesn't have as many great starter cards aside from Akanji. But he's one that is a very solid player. He doesn't stand out too much, but I like his 85 dribbling, and I think he's going to be a decent value card again between the 5-10k range on the first, you know, week or so. And I could see this card, you know, being one that gets into anybody that uses a Bundesliga team or even kind of just a little portion of the pitch. Next up, and finally getting into what seems like a lot of Liga Nos cards, Everton. I like this card a lot. 86 pace, 75 shooting, 73 passing, and 85 dribbling. Brazilian, which is a very good link, and he's in Liga Nos, which links to all the defenders, which we did talk about in the previous video, which I recommend you guys check out after this one. Liga Nos defenders are going to be huge this year, and you know, these kind of midfielders are going to complement them very well, and with the Brazilian, it helps you guys link to better attackers. But a card that I like just a little bit more than that Everton card is Luis Diaz. He actually looks like a sick card, 92 pace, 82 dribbling, 77 shooting, and 70 passing with 71 physical too, which is pretty good. I like this card just a little bit more because, again, he's going to end up being more usable because of that pace. My price prediction for this card is going to end up being probably closer to the, you know, closer to 10K. Because of that 92 pace, I think a lot of people are really going to be picking up these Liga NOS cards, and they're going to be very, very pacey too. But the only thing I don't like about his card, which maybe will push him under 10K for sure, is that Colombian link. It's going to be very hard unless you're running a full Liga NOS team to keep a team on full chem because of using this guy if you're trying to go a little bit more hybrid with the squad. And on the other side of the midfield, Rafa, right mid, a big fan of this card. A pretty decent downgrade for him, but he still keeps his insane pace, 94 pace, 86 dribbling, 73 shooting, and 74 passing. A really, really great card, honestly. He's gonna be, of course, closer to that 10K range because of that 94 pace. But he's a great card that you can use just to run, right by the fullbacks. However, obviously defenders got a big buff in pace, so we'll see just how useful the high pace will be. But 94 pace should be much faster than the rest of the players in the game. Next up, we have another card that I'm actually a huge fan of, and that's the Paul. Obviously going to Atletico Madrid, and the Argentinian, 82 rated this year. 78 pace, 76 shooting, 80 passing, 82 dribbling, 71 defending, and 79 physical. As I said, I'm a big fan of this card. I think he's going to be really, really good. And of course, in that, La Liga kind of linking, he could be a great starter team player because of how balanced he is. He is a little bit quicker too with 78 pace. So I'm a really big fan of this card. Price prediction, again, probably like 7-8K. I think the Argentina links are going to be hard, but anyone running a La Liga team, this is a great midfielder. Next up, we have Rafinha, a really, really interesting Leeds card he has this year. 82 rated again, 91 pace, 76 shooting, 76 passing, and 84 dribbling. Big fan of Rafinha. I thought he was a good card last year too. And this year, of course, Brazilian, which will be very nice with the Liga NOS links, and then pushing your team forward to Premier League. This should be a great card. He's probably going to be a little more expensive, probably like 10K, because again, he's going to be that guy that people look to link teams together. But again, very fast, very pacey, and a good dribbler, and again, decent shooting and passing. He should be one that gets into a lot of starter teams. Next up, and with a big downgrade from last year, Rodrigo. I think he was, 82 last year, going down to 79, and also switching positions to Cam now, which I find a little interesting. Still has a decent card, think could get into a lot of teams, and he's going to be a little bit cheaper this year because he just doesn't look as great, I guess, despite him being a very, very good card at the start of last year's game. 86 pace, 79 dribbling, 78 shooting, 75 passing, 71 physical. Overall, still looks like a really solid card. Definitely going to be starter team worthy, and you can even, switch his position up to striker if you really wanted to. As far as like price prediction goes, I'm going to put like 5K. His stats look kind of offsetting. He's Spanish, so it's a little bit tougher to link. And I feel like there's some better forward and midfield options than him, which I think is a good sign because that means it'll push him down. Also being a 6-foot cam, I feel like is a little bit tough because his quickness will kind of go down a little bit. And finally, our last one, Dan James, obviously going from Manchester United to Leeds United this year, really late into the window too. 77 rated card this year, 95 pace, 72 shooting, 70 passing, and 76 dribbling. Now, I think this will be another decent card. I think a lot more people are going to use Dan James. I feel like he's just a more, I guess, likable guy, I think. But I still think Rafinha is probably the better option. 95 pace, obviously, is going to be very fast. And you can definitely feel a difference from like a 95 pace guy to like a 90 pace guy. I feel like there's a bigger boost from there. So he should be a fun one to use. As far as the price prediction goes, like I said, I feel like he's going to be a popular card among the starter team guys. So I feel like he could be closer to a 10K price range. And that's going to wrap up the starter team video for the midfielders. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what guys you are going to throw into your team. And until next time, guys, peace.